Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Once again, it is time for a lower body day, and pretty much just started with squats and deadlifts. Pretty normal for me, and then I did supplemental work, and again, kept this workout short but sweet. Kept the intensity levels very, very high. Very, very few total sets. I think my total my total work sets in this workout were like 9 total sets. But my lower body got hammered hard. Came in, did an easy training max with 415 on the back squat. These are more or less just a high bar squat. Just trying to build as much muscle as I can here. So I did that, and I'm like, instead of coming in trying to do multiple sets, I do like the idea of just hitting one top set with squats, because when I've hit my best top sets in the past, even when I was using the knee sleeves, so context knee sleeves do make you stronger. They are cheating, at least for me. I could only do one set, and then I noticed that before when I would really push that all-out hard set, I couldn't even replicate a single rep sometimes for a second set. So I do like the idea of doing this and then doing other volume after that. So I'm like, let me just take this set till I get to a slow rep. Let me just throw, instead of trying to do multiple sets of 5 or whatever with 375, let me just throw it up there, focus on quality reps, try to get to depth on every rep. And let's just see how many reps I get before it feels grindy, so that I know I have no reps in reserve, right? And the last one, I felt that forward lean start, right? I struggled with it, and it felt heavy and slow. You guys can see it's starting to get tough there for me. But that one there, right? That one, I knew that was my last rep, that I would probably fail if I went for another. But I took my time with that set. I wanted just each rep to be good. I got 8 reps with 375. Overall, pretty happy with that. I can live with it. Then for deadlifts, I'm like, you know what? I don't need multiple training maxes every workout. We did a good squat training max. Let's just put 500 pounds on the bar and, take it up to a challenging work set. Let's see what I can get. And I ended up doing, I think, 6 right here. Again, just trying to focus on good rep quality. Considering I just did the squats first, I'll live with 6 reps on this, right? I'll live with 6 reps on this. Although looking at it, my lockouts could have been a lot better, right? That rep was the only one I felt like it really locked clean looking at the footage. The 5th and the 6th rep. 6th rep, I held it at the top. I called it. I'm like, all right, let's leave about 1 rep in the tank. I want to try to work on that. I think those are good numbers to work with. Let's work with like 375. And then 500 on the squat, and I feel like those are good for top sets. Nice, good working weights. We're in a good rep range. We didn't go under about 6. Pretty good there. So then I decided, let's bust the belt squat back out. I like the leg extensions, but I feel like they're really better as a finisher. I don't like using them for a lot of my volume. Just again, because of the reps involved, awkwardness of the machine, I'm like, they're good to just finish everything off. So let me do kind of the brunt of my hypertrophy work on the glute ham raise and this belt squat. And I'm like, so I haven't done the belt squat in a bit, so let me take the stance that is harder for me. So I did with fairly narrow stance. This is very much what I would do for like a high bar squat. So we can get as much knee as possible, right? I want to get that knee extension. I want to get down to where my hamstrings touch my calves, which they did, so that I know that is pretty much as deep as my knee's going to go. I'm not worried about how it looks parallel with this, because there's a lot of knee slide happening. I'm just worried about getting the knee angled, right? If my hamstrings touch my calves, we did good. And I found 8s were pretty challenging with this weight. I've gotten to 10 before, but that was with a slightly wider stance when I was doing it a couple weeks ago. But again, 2 sets of 8, they were hard. The 8th rep on each one was slow. I felt it move a lot slower, and I knew that pretty much at limit sets. I pretty much reached failure on this second set of glute ham raises. I think it was around rep 10. I shifted a little and trying to bring it up, and I really didn't quite lock it. You guys notice I more or less just lowered the weight in the middle of the rep, right? Took the weight off my chest because it was failing. Like the rep was actually giving out. So we reached failure on this. And, if people want to wonder, well, how much posterior chain is that? I'm like, well, that deadlift set is a lot of posterior chain work, guys. 2 sets of that, 1 set of reverse hypers to failure. That's 4 quality sets. My hamstrings and stuff are big. 4 quality sets, even if I do that twice a week, that's 8. I can live with it, right? I can live with it. And I can always add a little more, do 3 of these if I need to. Obviously, quads got a little more work because the deadlift does hit quads, right? Not even counting the training max. So that all-out set of squats, the deadlift sets 2. We get 2 more here from this, and then 1 set of extensions to failure. Puts me at about 5 for the workout, 10 for the week, right? Right there, that rep was hard. You see it slowing down. Again, that's one of those where I felt like, I don't feel like I got another rep. It's a 0 to 1 rep in reserve. Then we, of course, did the leg extensions. It's a little hard. If I notice the first rep, it seems difficult, but I'm also trying to get into position on it, so trying to find the right angle to work it. So again, I'll just put the whole set in me climbing up so that people see how I get up there, why I've got the chain. Right, we can see why I've got that chain. Of course, as you guys know, I've got to continue to lean out. I still have the body fat in the low back and flank area, the loose skin there, but over time, that's going to keep getting smaller. You guys can see here from this angle, I mean, it's decently lean. You can see my abs and everything, so we're in a good place. But realistically, as I've said before, the physique goals for now, I feel like another 3 or 4 inches needs to come off the waistline. It's got to tighten up. Probably need to add an inch to my arms, just in general, which we're working on. I still have arm DOMs. I have tricep DOMs from those extensions yesterday. Those really heavy extensions taken to limit sets are hammering my triceps super hard. And that's what I noticed, and that's why I like that exercise. I almost was worried about it, felt like, is it my elbows, tendons? And I feel where it's like, no, it's in the muscle. It's not in the tendons. I almost was worried I was getting a little tendonitis last night and this morning, but it's not in the elbow at all. It's in the muscles itself. So like the lateral and medial head of my tricep actually hurt. And then of course I finish off with 1 set of reverse hypers to failure with the 580 pounds on here. And I don't know, it was like 18 to 20 reps, somewhere in that range. I lost count. I just went until it burned and it quit, and I couldn't do another rep. Right? That's where we took it. And again, I feel like the heavy ones like this, they really do carry over to my deadlift a lot. So I'm going to push this hard for performance, just like the other stuff. I'm going to quit treating it like the little baby exercise I've been for a while, because I know when I got super strong on this before, it pushed my deadlift way, into where I was doing deficit work with 600 plus, So let's do that again. Push this up. Now that we're lighter, leaner, all that stuff. And then of course I'll have that deadlift set in here one more time at the end, just because this vlog is so short for you guys to see. 500 for 6, considering I just did a pretty challenging set of squats immediately before. I'll take it. All right, I'll take it. And I feel like even though this was only about 9 total sets, I feel like I got good training stimulus. We hit everything hard, get in, hammer it hard, get a good training response, and get out so that I can recover. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.